What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We've got the Sunday games on Turkey weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, the final Sunday games to wrap up week 13. Let's go. Thanksgiving games were up and down for us. We did call the major upset of the Bears. Let's go. Let's keep calling these upsets. I feel a few more coming on, so let's get her started. One of the first games of the weekend, the New Orleans Saints head to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And on paper, this looks like a straightforward Saints loss. They average 10 points per game, and the Dolphins average 21.5 per game. So, that being said, we're going to stick with the Dolphins for the win. They look like they're really starting to heat up and try to make a playoff run. Next, we've got the Texans heading to Indianapolis to take on the Red Hot Colts. This Colts team looks great so far, but I have a sneaking suspicion strength of schedule has a lot to do with that, and this Texans team is starting to heat up, and it looks like CJ Stroud's coming back. So for this one, I'm going to pick the upset, be the contrarian, and we're going to take the Texans to upset the Colts at home. And then we've got the 4-7 Falcons taking on the 2-9 Jets. The Falcons have Kirk Cousins. The Jets have Justin Fields. I think I'll stick with Kirk Cousins on this one, and the Falcons, who scored 23 points in the last 4 games, where the Jets have struggled to score 20 in their last 2. So we're going to take the Falcons for the win. And then we've got the 8-4 San Francisco 49ers heading out to Cleveland to take on the 3-8 Browns. This is an interesting one for me. Sanders shows signs of good things, and Cleveland's defense is awesome. But the 49ers know how to win games, and Brock Purdy's back. But the only downside to that is he loves to throw interceptions. He's got multiple games with multiple interceptions. So, that being said, we're going to stick with the better defense and take the Browns to pull up the upset. Let's go. And then we've got the 9-2 Rams heading to Carolina to take on the 6-6 Panthers. The Rams look like a Super Bowl bound team, and the Panthers look like a mediocre 6-6 team. So, short and sweet, we're going to take the Rams for the win. And then we've got the 7-4 Jags heading to Tennessee to take on the abysmal 1-10 Titans. Short and sweet, just do your job, Jacksonville, and let's pull out a win. Next, we've got the Arizona Cardinals heading to Tampa to take on a struggling Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With or without Baker Mayfield, I think they still have a shot at winning this game. So we're gonna stick with the Bucs to bounce back and win at home. And then we've got the Vikings heading to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Honestly, this game seems like a trap. The Seahawks should win this. On paper, everything says the Seahawks should win. But who knows if J.J. McCarthy can have a little bit of magic. And he has way too many weapons not to be able to pull something out every once in a while. But that being said, we're going to stick with the home team, and we're going to take the Seahawks for the win. And then one of the hardest picks for me this weekend, we've got the 7-4 Bills heading to Pittsburgh to take on the 6-5 Steelers. Like I said, this is one of the hardest picks I got. I don't have faith in either one of these teams to win. But the Bills defense is way too banged up. So we're going to stick with the Steelers to come out at home with the win. And then we've got the game I'm definitely not looking forward to. The Raiders versus the Chargers in SoFi. As a Raiders fan, I want to pick Las Vegas, but the realist in me says the Chargers should win this game. But they're coming off a game that they should have won last week and they lost. And I can't help it. Let's go Raiders, baby. Raiders. I'm sticking with them. Just win, baby. Just give me this win, please. So we're gonna back the Raiders for the win. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the butt. Next, we've got the Broncos heading to Washington to take on the Commanders. With the Commanders struggling with injuries and not having their QB1, I think I'm going to stick with Bo Nix and the Broncos to pull out the win. And finally, the Monday Night Football game, we've got the Giants taking on the Patriots. Same as the Commanders, the Giants struggle with offensive injuries, and the Patriots look like a playoff team. So, that being said, we're going to back the Patriots for the win. Those are my Week 13 picks for the NFL. Let me know if I'm crazy. Let me know what you like. And people have been asking for it. So 3-team moneyline parlay. We're going to go with the upsets. We're going to take the Texans. We're going to take the Browns. And we're going to take the Steelers. I'll put the odds up here. Lock it in now. Hit that like button. Let's get some money. Let's go.